Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin. Priscilla here with another episode of Storycraft. And I thought we would continue with our spooky story, ghosty, Halloweeny, spooky season, all the things tradition of telling you some more great stories that I found to share with you guys. And this one is actually a follow-up from last week's story about Philinian and Mercedes, because I mentioned that it had been rewritten for distribution by a man named Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. And I hope that's how you say it. It could be Goth. And he actually wrote a poem called The Bride of Corinth based on the story of Philinian and Mercedes. So guess what we're reading today, guys, if the title and the thumbnail didn't tell you. We're reading The Bride of Corinth because I thought it was just too good to pass up the opportunity to, read both. So here we are. It's a back-to-back double feature sort of deal. So if you haven't seen the Philinian and Mercedes story already and don't know what we're talking about, jump over there. It's in the playlist. I linked it down below. It's linked at the end of this video. And then come back and then see what you think, how closely these are related, how much inspiration he took from the story of Philinian and Mercedes. But at any rate, here we go. This is Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's poem, The Bride of Corinth. A youth to Corinth, whilst the city slumbered, came from Athens, though a stranger there. Soon amongst its townsmen to be numbered, for a bride awaits him young and fair. From their childhood years they were plighted fears, so contracted by their parents' care. But may not his welcome there be hindered? Dearly must he buy it, would he speed. He is still a heathen with his kindred, she and hers washed in the Christian creed. When new faiths are born, love and troth are torn, rudely from the heart, howe'er it bleed. All the house is hushed, to rest retreated, fathers, daughters, not the mother quite. She, the guest, with cordial welcome greeted, led him to a room with tapers bright. Wine and food she brought, ere of them he thought, then departed with a fair good night. But he felt no hunger, and unheeded, left the wine and eager for the rest, which his limbs forspent with travel needed, on the couch he laid, still undressed. There he sleeps, when lo, onwards gliding slow, at the door appears a wondrous guest. By the waning lamp's uncertain gleaming, there he sees a youthful maiden stand, robed in white of still and gentle seeming, on her brow a black and golden band. When she meets his eyes, with a quick surprise, starting, she uplifts a pallid hand. Is a stranger here and nothing told me? Am I then forgotten even in name? Ah, 'tis thus within my cell they hold me, and I now am covered o'er with shame. Pillows still thy head, there upon thy bed, I will leave thee quickly as I came. Maiden darling, stay, oh stay, and leaping from the couch before her stands the boy. Ceres, Bacchus, here their gifts are heaping, and thou bringest Amour's gentle joy. Why with terror pale, sweet one, let us hail, these bright gods their festive gifts employ. Oh, no, no, young stranger, come not nigh me, joy is not for me, nor festive cheer. Ah, such bliss may ne'er be tasted by me, since my mother in fantastic fear by long sickness bowed, to heaven's service vowed, me and all the hopes that warmed me here. They have left our hearth, and left it lonely, the old gods, that bright and jocund train. One unseen in heaven is worshipped only, and upon the cross a Saviour slain. Sacrifice is here, not of lamb nor steer, but of human woe and human pain. And he asks, and all her words doth ponder, can it be that in this silent spot I behold thee surpassing wonder, my sweet bride so strangely to me brought? Be mine only now, see our parents' vow, heaven's good blessing hath for us besought. No, though gentle heart she cried in anguish, 'tis not mine, but 'tis my sister's place. When in lonely cell I weep in languish, think, oh think of me in her embrace. I think but of thee, pining drearily, soon beneath the earth to hide my face. Nay, I swear by yonder flame which burneth, fanned by Hymen thou shalt not be. Droop not thus, for my sweet bride returneth to my father's mansion back with me. Dearest, tarry here, taste the bridal cheer, for our spousal spread so wondrously. Then with word and sigh their troth they plighted, golden was the chain she bade him wear, but the cup he offered her she slighted, silver wrought with cunning past compare. That is not for me, all I ask of thee is one little ringlet of thy hair. Duly boomed the midnight hour, unhallowed, and then first her eyes began to shine. Eagerly with pallid lips she swallowed hasty draughts of purple tinctured wine. But the wheaten bread, as in shuddering dread, put she always by, with loathing sigh. And she gave the youth the cup. He drained it. With impetuous haste he drained it dry. Love was in his fevered heart, and pained it, till it ached for joy she must deny. But the maiden's fear stayed him, till in tears on the bed he sank with sobbing cry. And she leans above him, dear one, still thee. Ah, how sad am I to see thee so. But alas, these limbs of mine would chill thee. Love, thy mantle with passion's glow. Thou wouldst be afraid didst thou find the maid thou hast holden cold as ice or snow. Round her waist his eager arms he bended, with the strength that youth and love inspire. Wert thou even from the grain descended, I could warm thee well with my desire. Panting kiss on kiss, overflow of bliss, burn'st thou not, and feel'st me on thy fire? Closer yet they cling, and intermingling, tears and broken sobs proclaim the rest. His hot breath through all her frame tingling, where they lie caressing and caressed. His impassioned mood warms her torpid blood, yet there beats no heart within her breast. And meanwhile goes the mother, softly creeping through the house on needful cares intent. Hears a murmur, and while all are sleeping, wonders at the sounds and what they meant. Who was whispering so, voices soft and low, in mysterious converse strangely bent? Straightway by the door herself she stations, there to be assured what was amiss. And she hears love's fiery protestations, words of ardor and enduring bliss. Hark, the clock 'tis light, but tomorrow night thou wilt come again, and kiss on kiss. Quick the latch she raises, and with features anger flushed, into the chamber hies. Are there in my house such shameless creatures, minions to the stranger's will? She cries by the dying light, who is to meet her sight? God, 'tis her own daughter she espies. And the youth in terror sought to cover, with her own light veil the maiden's head. Clasped her close, but gliding from her lover, back the vestment from her brow she spread, and her form upright, as with ghostly might, long and slowly rises from the bed. Mother, mother, wherefore thus deprive me of such joy as I this night have known? Wherefore from these warm embraces drive me? Was I wakened up to meet thy frown? Did it not suffice that in virgin guise to an early grave you brought me down? Fearful is the weird that forced me hither, from the dark heap chamber where I lay. Powerless are your drowsy anthems, neither can your priests prevail, howe'er they pray. Salt nor lymph can cool where the pulse is full. Love must still burn on, though wrapped in clay. To this youth my early troth was plighted, whilst yet Venus ruled within the land. Mother, and that vow ye falsely slighted, at your new and gloomy face command. But no god will hear if a mother swear, pure from love to keep her daughter's hand. Nightly from my narrow chamber driven, come I to fulfill my destined part, him to seek to whom my troth was given, and to draw the lifeblood from his heart. He hath served my will, more I yet must kill, for another prey I now depart. Fair young man, thy thread of life is broken. Human skill can bring no aid to thee. There thou hast my chain, a ghastly token, and this lock of thine I take with me. Soon thou must decay, soon wilt thou be grey, dark although tonight thy tresses be. Mother, hear, oh hear my last entreaty. Let the funeral pyre arise once more. Open up my wretched tomb for pity, and in flames our souls to peace restore. When the ashes glow, when the fire sparks flow, to the ancient gods aloft we soar. The end. I don't know how to end these. I really need to learn how to end these stories and these poems and stuff. I really need to learn how to do that. Because I can't think of like a nice way to tidy up that little bow. But that is the end of the poem. And I think it's a pretty decent one-for-one adaptation of their story without actually covering all the grief of the family and the unfortunate end of Mercedes. I do think it's interesting because it seems in this one a little bit more like the bride or Flinian, for example, here, is intentionally visiting this man in the night so that she can feed from him, because at the end she tells him that he's going to die, because they have lain together. There's basically nothing else, and that she's going to go continue to seek more victims if her mother doesn't open up her grave and burn her, so that they can return their souls to wherever they're supposed to go for peace. So yeah, I think this one is a little bit more direct in that this is actually vampiric in nature, and by this young man allowing a strange woman to creep into his bed at night, and not only that, but also to lay with her, that he's doomed for that choice, and it's a little bit sadder, but also I don't know. It's a pretty poem. I love a good creepy poem. It's also very, very horny, especially when you consider it's from 1797. So, yeah. Interesting story. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you enjoyed the comparison between the two. I know they're a little bit of a softball, but I do really enjoy them, and I think that they're fun to share. And like I said, we're going to keep telling spooky stories. We're just getting back into the swing of things, and I want to make sure that I'm ready for Povember and stuff, so here we be. But that's going to be it for me for this one, you guys. I will catch you all in the next one. Definitely stay tuned to see what we have coming up. And yeah, I appreciate your faces, guys. Happy crafting. Bye.